I lost by one vote. Not 10, not 5, 1. And to be honest, I wasn't even shocked. I was quiet, like a runner standing at that finish line, chest heaving, watching someone else break that tape. I remember clapping, smiling. You know that smile. The one that looks real enough so no one asks any questions, but inside you are already replaying that moment like a slow motion TikTok edit. But inside, one word echoed. Second. Truthfully, this wasn't new. I was always close, always just one step behind. Second in competitions, second in academics, second in sports. Different race, same disappointing result. I'm sure I'm not the only one who feels like this, right? Especially here, in a school where expectations are high and talent is everywhere. Every time I would hear my mom's voice say, "It's okay, Alexander, you tried your best. Don't let that grade define you." No matter how much I prepared, no matter how badly I wanted it, I was never first. So, I did what most good students would do. I tried to fix it. I worked harder with later nights, more revision, and endless questions. I pushed further until I was physically and mentally exhausted. And I kept running, chasing a horizon that kept moving further and further away. I'm sure many of you know that feeling when your to-do list has more pages than your chemistry and math notebook. Well, somewhere along the way, I stopped chasing success and started chasing perfection. And chasing perfection is a race you can never win. At first, it motivates you. Then it controls you. And eventually, it drains you. Because perfection does not just demand effort. It demands everything. And for a long time, I had believed something dangerous. If I wasn't the best, I was nothing. And then, on one completely ordinary day, everything changed. Mom was out shopping, no noise, no TV, no notifications. Just silence in flat 3303. And it wasn't the peaceful silence. Oh no, it was the unnerving kind, where you suddenly become aware of every thought and all those assignments you've been long avoiding. I sat at my desk, a blank sheet of paper in front of me. I was supposed to be writing another one of those piece paragraphs for English, another structured response, another perfect answer. But I couldn't start because for the first time, I wasn't stuck on what to write. I was stuck on why I was even writing it at all. So I just sat there, pen in my hand, doing nothing. And then the thoughts started creeping in. What if I try my best and I'm still not enough? What if I do everything right and I'm still second? How much more do I have to give just to feel like I'm enough? And then a quieter question surfaced. Why am I even running this race at all? Not, how do I win it? Not, how do I get better? But, why am I even in it at all? And that question, friends, hit harder than any results ever had. Because for the first time, I didn't have the answer. I had been pushing, competing, working for so long. And yes, I am only 14 years old. But I had never stopped to ask if this was even my race. I've lived in different countries, and in each country, success had looked different. In the UK, it was confidence and personality. In South Africa, it was leadership. In the Middle East, it was money. And here in Asia, success as a student is often defined by our grades. Everywhere I lived, the finish line moved. And I kept running, chasing someone else's definition of success. Soon we celebrate our end-of-year prize-giving ceremony and 30 years of our amazing school. But we are reminded of our academic excellence, of achievement, of results, of a legacy built over time. And yes, this is something to be proud of. But it also raises a quiet question. In a place with such strong history, how do we each define success for ourselves? Because this TED Talk is not about second place being better than first. Winning matters. Achievement matters. Working hard to reach your goals matters. But what matters more above all is understanding why you are chasing those goals in the first place. Do it for yourself. Not for your maths teacher, not for that girl who is probably in the same boat as you. Not to get that temporary glory or another trophy that will soon collect dust. Because when success is only defined by ranking, first, second, third, you reduce your worth to a number. And you are more than a number. Say it with me. You are more than a number. I am more than a number. For some of you, that one vote, one mark on a test, one university offer, one team selection, or even that moment when someone else gets that role you've wanted and you're like, oh wait, I thought that was mine. Those expectations don't just come from school. They come from everywhere. From systems, from society, and sometimes from the people that care about you the most. And yes, sometimes it comes from ourselves at 2 a.m. in the morning, deciding that now is the perfect moment to question our entire future. So, if you are someone who feels close, one step behind, take a breath and ask yourself, whose race am I running? I didn't stop running. I simply changed direction. I stopped asking, how do I beat everyone else? And started asking, how do I become better than I was yesterday? And something unexpected happened. The moments I had improved the most weren't when I was obsessed with winning. They were when I was fully present. Like playing volleyball. Not to be captain, but for the joy of it. Like the drama production. Not to get that lead role, but to be the funniest robber in town. For the first time, I wasn't trying to prove anything. I was doing it for myself. Because here's the truth, folks. Life isn't just a race. Yes, there will be competition, and yes, there will be winners. But life as a whole is a journey towards a horizon that keeps expanding as you grow. And in that journey, your progress matters more than your position. And now, as we stand 2 days away from the end of our school year, some of us moving up, some of you moving on. This is the perfect moment to pause. As you leave for the summer, celebrating, reflecting, or still trying to figure things out, remember this. Work hard, aim high, strive for excellence. But do not measure your life by someone else's finish line. Because success is not about where you place. It's about who you become. So, if you ever find yourself coming second, pause. Not to doubt yourself, but to ask, am I running the right race? Because when you define your own path, you stop chasing someone else's horizon and start moving towards your own. Thank you.
Marvelous.